Going reverse. Whoops. All right. Wake up. It's a fucking leg day. And squats are on the hypothetical agenda. You know, of course, I'm going to do my, I'm going to warm up with some light weight on them. I'm not just going to jump straight to something heavy. But as long as they feel good, we'll fucking go hard. I tell you what, a hard set of squats, it's enough to make me fucking nervous, right? When I'm squatting heavy, I'll be thinking about it for days before. Like, okay, today's chest day. Oh shit. Fuck, I only got a couple more days before I gotta squat again. I don't know, something about it. Maybe it's just like, or I don't know, maybe I'm giving it a sense of power over me that that it actually doesn't have. But, you know, loading up fucking hundreds of pounds on your back, that's enough to freak you out. But we'll have to see. I'm not going to go crazy heavy today just because I haven't squatted for a while. And if you haven't done something for a while and you jump right into it with your fucking max, I'm no chef, but that sounds like a recipe for disaster, if you know what I'm saying. But other than that, the leg workout's still going to be the same as usual, right? Going to start off with hamstrings, you know, hamstring curls, laying, seated, and some cable RDLs. Those are my go-to movements at this gym. And then I'll hop on the leg extension, get my knees warmed up, get a little bit of quad activation too, and then jump onto a squat rack. I'll throw one plate on, do a couple of reps, 2, 3. I'll probably stop myself at 4 and just do a set with 4 plates. I know you can't really, you've got no input on what I do during this video since, you know, you're fucking watching it while I'm recording it. But, you know, try to tell me not to go heavier than 4. I really don't want to fucking regret going heavier and like tweaking something. So why I stopped squatting was I fucking kind of tweaked one of my adductors, right? So that's the muscle kind of like in your groin area. Like, you know, the machine where you squeeze your legs together? That's what I'm talking about. Not bad, like not really injury-wise to the point where it was actually bothering me just during my day-to-day life. But for heavy pressing with my legs, I was definitely starting to feel it. So, you know, if you've got kind of a nagging injury, or let's say your shoulder's kind of fucked up when you do incline barbell bench, but it feels good when you do dumbbell bench, right? Then just do whatever you can that doesn't hurt you, right? And let whatever is bothering you, you know, sort itself out, right? If it's not that bad of an injury, right? Like, let's say I just fucking, you know, pulled my quad or something, or, you know, tweaked my chest to the point where, like, you know, I don't have to go to the hospital, right? It should pretty much just fucking clear itself up as long as you give it time to rest and recover. But after that set of squats, it's going to be primarily fucking leg extensions, right? Just really bias the quad and just pump it up like fucking crazy. So it's 5:07 now. It's probably going to take me fucking, you know, 10 minutes to actually start the workout once I get there. I've got I've got tickets for the Barbie movie at 7:20. That's going to be about a 25-minute drive. So I got to make sure not to dilly-dally too much. So let's stop yapping and start this fucking leg day. I could kind of feel like just a slight little bit of something in my left hamstring. Not bad, like not to the point where I'm actually worried about it, but enough such that I think it'll probably be better to start this hamstring lift off with some light squeezing sets, right? So rather than just, you know, throw the whole stack around, really kind of fucking manhandle it, swing the reps, go real slow, control it. And then I'm not sure you'll even be able to really notice, but when I get to the bottom of the rep, I'm going to try to hold it for a second and just really fucking squeeze, right? Again, I mean, that's the other of the 2 types of sets that I usually do, right? Typically, it'll be heavy shit in the beginning, like throw the whole stack around, do some damage, and then towards the end of the lift, these kind of lighter squeezing sets. But in the case of if you have a little tweak, or if you're slightly nervous about like pulling something or whatever, for whatever reason, right? It's probably in your best interest to not just say, what, fuck it, whatever, let's just hit it, right? You're gonna be a little bit more likely to stay in a healthy, uncompromised state. If you got a slight little feeling of nervousness, maybe just back off a tad. Now, obviously, even though it's lighter weight, I'm still gonna go crazy hard. Just more so in a fighting against the burning sensation rather than just the actual weight of the machine. But I'm gonna sit here for fucking probably 4 sets. Holy crap, dude. Whoops. Alright, honestly, you know what? I'm in a little bit of a crunch, so I'm just gonna sit here and fucking do the hamstring curls for all 11. So typically, right, you see me doing these hamstring curls where I like bend over the machine, I grab onto it like this, I really lock in, which I think is definitely the best way to, you know, position yourself when you're trying to go heavy and move a lot of weight, right? Like, it's just a stronger position. You put way more tension on your hamstrings. But with these lighter sets, I mean, it's just not necessary. So all I have to do is just, you know, sit down and try to squeeze my hamstrings as hard as possible. Oh, my goodness. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna call it at one more. Hamstrings are certainly fucking pumped, but this is gonna be more of a quad bias today. Okay, let's get started with the squats. God damn it. I'm gonna sit in the leg extension for a few minutes first, though, just to get my knees warm. Did like, you know, 3 sets of not even sets really. I just kind of threw the weight around in the leg extension until I felt like, you know, my knees weren't so stiff. So once you kind of get as muscle bound as me or above, and maybe even earlier, depending on, you know, whatever kind of external factors, your shoulders are gonna get fucking tight. So before I even fucking get under the squat bar, I need to kind of loosen up in here, right? Just because like my arms don't like reaching back that far behind me. At least not without some coercing like these like this stretch is doing here. But you know, I'll do one plate for maybe I don't even know. No more than 10 for sure. Probably more like 5 or so reps, just to kind of You know, make sure I'm in the groove of squatting. And then I'll move up to 2 plates for, you know, a couple of reps, and then 3, and then I think I'm going to call it at 4, just for safety's sake. But the whole point of this warm-up, right, on the leg extension and with these, you know, sets going up in weight, it's not to fucking do work, right? Warm-up sets are not sets. They're not working sets. All I'm trying to do is get exposed to the weight, right? And make sure that when I actually get up to my actual, you know, top working set, I'm not going to tear something or, you know, any other misfortunate event will happen. So let's see how a plate feels. Ideally, it should feel like fucking, honestly, like nothing. But let's find out. Wait, oh yeah, we fucking tight. Yeah, fuck, it's gonna take me a little bit to actually loosen up. My shoulders felt like shit just then. Now, the logic of squatting on the plate, you know, it's the same reason why fucking people wear squat shoes. All right, it just makes the range of motion easier to get your knees in front of your toes. Now, obviously, the plate is a little bit more exaggerated of the heel, but it's the same logic. Come on. All right. In terms of form, you know, keep your head up. Don't round your lower back. That'll really fuck you, right? Like deadlifts, you can get away with a little bit of a round back, or, you know, bent over rows, a little bit of rounding, barely. Probably won't hurt you bad. But when you're squatting, your back should be fucking straight, or else you're gonna fuck your shit up if you go heavy. Now that's not even that's not a warning. That's a fucking prophecy, right? You're not gonna get around that. All right. All right, I mean, pretty fucking smooth. I am slightly tempted to go heavier, but I think 4 plates is gonna be good. Honestly, I mean, fuck. I don't know how many reps I'll get. Like for me, 4 plates is definitely not, you know, 10 reps to failure, but I'll make sure to go hard regardless. Oh, crap. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That was, I'm pretty proud of that. I think one or two more may have been possible. Holy shit. Okay. That's enough squatting. For me, squats are one and done. Ugh. Let's move on. Oh my God, dude. So, on the topic of rest periods, it depends on the intensity of the set, right? Like my rest periods between those hamstring curls, maybe a minute max, even probably a little less than that. I was kind of to bust through them, or I was kind of trying to bust through them. But after, I had to fucking take a minute and just sit down before I even unrack the weights on that fucking set of squats. So my logic with squats is, I mean, it is kind of a compound movement in the sense that my lower back's a bit fatigued. I was getting some glute activation. Obviously quads got smashed too. But you know, that's the same reason why I don't like doing deadlifts or well, I guess mainly deadlifts. It's because you're working more muscles than the one that you're intending to target. But I can't think of a better movement to both strengthen the quads than the fucking barbell squat. Obviously, strength isn't my main priority, but you know, being able to lift more weight on the squat and progressively overload it, that strength is going to translate to leg extensions, to sissy squats, just to your overall fucking lower body strength, which is going to let you do more weight on those other movements. And a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle, so you're going to get fucking bigger too. But, you know, since it works more muscle groups than the one I'm intending to hit, I just like doing the one and done method. I said this analogy before. I've got a very passionate but toxic relationship with squats, right? One interaction and then I'm out. But then I always come back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to record all these. Really, my plan now is to just spam leg extensions, double leg, heavy, because I gotta finish this lift quick. So I'm going to sit here for the rest of the lift and just imagine this set times 10. You know, literally, I'm almost doing only one movement for fucking quads, leg extensions, but a little bit of squats sprinkled on top. Fuck. So I did cut quads a little short. I only did 6 more sets of those single leg extensions. But dude, those fucking squats, especially after not doing them for a while, even though it wasn't even that heavy, I mean, relative to me, my quads are fucking destroyed. I was legitimately fucking using the guide rail on the stairs to get down the fucking steps. If I hadn't been, and I tried to take, you know, my steps a bit too quick, I guarantee I would have fucking tumbled down. Tom Platz said it best, man. There's fucking nothing like squats. Whew. So let's see what kind of pump that set elicited. The leg extensions help too, but dude, I know for a fact those squats, I'm gonna fucking feel them tonight when I go to the fucking bathroom, tomorrow when I get out of bed. Oh, fuck. Not to say that soreness is an indicator of a good lift, but dude, quads are freaking, oh my God. Oh. Let's just get in the fucking car. I'm fucking dead. All right. I didn't fucking make the cluster dextrin shake. I was in a little bit of a rush, so I'll slam it when I get home. Oh, this guy's backing in. Fucking badass. So, those squats, I didn't really break down the logic behind them, so I guess I can get into that now. You'll definitely notice those first 10. I didn't come all the way up to a standing position, right? I didn't completely stop the rep, take a breath, and then go down for another one. You know, I didn't do that until the last 5. So, sort of the same logic that I have with bench is, you know, in the beginning of the set, I want to keep the fucking tension on the muscle, right? So sure, let's say I'm benching the first 10 reps, you know, just bouncing it, you know, I get as low as whatever, but I don't completely extend my arms. I kind of stop, you know, maybe not halfway up the rep, but a little more than halfway. And once I'm, you know, legitimately fucking fatigued and I can't do more like that, then I'll go all the way to the top, take a second rest, and go back down for a few more, right? Maybe it was a little bit extra exaggerated in, you know, how high I went, or rather, not how high I went, just because I could really manhandle that weight, right? Like, it wasn't enough to really, you know, make me have to fucking work, at least not for the first few reps. But towards the end, dude, those were getting fucking hard. Before I got to, I think in my mind I got to 17, and I was like, okay, there's no way I can stop at 17 when I'm this close to 20. I haven't watched the clip yet. I counted to 20 when I did the set. I may have miscounted, so I guess I'll find out when I rewatch the clip. But one thing that I usually find myself doing when I squat is, you know, assuming that the squat set was actually fucking hard and intense. Which, I mean, when I squat, it pretty much always is, you know, barring injury or, you know, something along those lines, right? I'll go back and rewatch the set while I'm doing the rest of quads, just for fucking motivation, right? In all of the sets I've ever done, in all movements, all body parts, squats is the one set where I probably dig the deepest. And I think it's probably just due to the fact that, you know, it's using all, like, your fucking entire body. There's a little bit at stake just because it's a scary movement. Nothing like it, for real. I wasn't kidding. Usually, when I was working up in weight for squats, right, before I got to, you know, now, probably in the next few leg days, I'll get back to, you know, 5 plates for 10 consistently. But when I was still working up to that, you know, when I would try to when I could do like 3 plates for like 6, and that was fucking like as much as possible, and I was trying to push the weight every week, progressive overload style, which you should be doing. Dude, squats would fucking, I wouldn't say give me anxiety, but I would be kind of anxious about them, just because it's such an intense set. Well, it can be such an intense set. Obviously, you know, I could have just ended the set at 8 reps with that 4 plates and said, oh, that's enough. And guess what? I would have made fucking 0 gains from it, right? I don't know why, I just can't reiterate this enough. Like, doing a set of squats with the safeties on, you know, no spotter still, it's fucking scarier than benching 4 plates on incline. I don't know, something about it, who fucking knows. But, oof, God, I fucking love squats. So, if you're, I've heard this before. I was just talking to one of my buddies, and he said that he's not squatting because he's worried that his form is going to be bad. You know, he doesn't have a gym buddy with him to kind of correct him. Now, that is one case where, you know, using a tripod, recording yourself is going to be really fucking beneficial, right? if you haven't squatted before, squats you're probably going to be most prone to having fucked up form. But you know, you just kind of have to get used to it and practice. Same with anything if you want to get better. For me, I've kind of found that when I squat with a wide stance, like a little bit wider than shoulder width on flat ground, it would kind of hurt my knees a bit. So when I was squatting early in my lifting career, I stopped squatting because I was like, oh, fucking squats hurt my knees, man. What the fuck? But I don't remember when it was, probably like maybe 2 years in-ish. Somehow I saw somebody squatting on that bumper plate. Not a 45-pound bumper plate. That would be a fucking lot of elevation. But usually the 25. It's about maybe 2 inches. Somehow I saw somebody, or I figured out, I don't really remember the origin, but I tried squatting with a real narrow stance, like heels only a few inches apart, with my feet parallel on that the bumper plate, you know, elevated and whatnot. And fuck, man, that just clicked for me. But you're, you know, everybody's got different builds, right? Your internal alignment of your hips and your knees and your ankle mobility, all that shit's going to be different, right? So just because I like squatting with that narrow stance on the plate doesn't mean that that's fucking going to work for you, right? If you try to do that heavy, you might fucking hurt yourself. You got to figure that shit out for yourself. But like I said, in terms of form, you know, keep a few things in mind. Like I was saying, keep your head up. Like, don't let your chin duck down when you're doing them. Try to keep a straight and stiff back. Don't stick your butt out too far. And, you know, make sure you get at least close to depth, right? There's, you know, you're missing out on some stretch if you don't go all the way down to parallel. Not to say that, I mean, you know, if you're a bit above parallel, you're not going to make any, you know, you're not going to get any stimulus of the fucking quads, but you're just asking for trouble if you're squatting above parallel. People are going to rip on you. You know what I'm saying? But once you get that perfected, or at least comfortable for your own specific build, then, dude, squats are where it's fucking at. I haven't hobbled out of the gym like that for a while. Even after my craziest quad day, doing those like super heavy leg extensions and the that, you know, hack squat machine at the Metro Fitness that I like. Dude, nothing fucking burns out your quads like squats. So, very squat focused car talk today. Just plan now, shower off quick, get that cluster dextrin shake, tubs of cluster dextrin flavored mixed berry or unflavored, which you can mix with some protein. Still, buy one get one free. I always fucking say that weird as fuck. Yeah, code SAMCDX. It's still freaking live, god damn it, if you're into the cluster dextrin, which as a pretty easily digestible carb source, I think you should be. Definitely in a bulking context, right? In a bulking context, you need all the fucking carbs you can get. And in a dieting context, you wouldn't need so much, but a little bit intra-workout will probably help you. Maybe 25, 50 grams. A little bit of a sustained energy for your lift. So, yeah, like I was saying, fucking home, shower, food, sleep. So chest tomorrow. Everybody loves a good fucking chest day. Hopefully I don't fucking feel my quads too much. So I'm out of here. I'll fucking see you next time.